It's been a little while since I've been to the Londoner. This used to be the Sands, and now they're just completely restructuring it. So we're gonna talk about it and go on in, and this is basically what it looks like as of today, which is the end of July in 2020. Go check out the room. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. Okay, so last time I was here, it's probably a few weeks ago, and I saw a little bit of construction right where that blue crane is at a couple of weeks ago, but this has all been torn down, so they're gonna create quite a bit. I see a little bit of facade of like a Londoner, but that's just the material of the whatever you call that, tarp. But anyways, we're gonna follow this in, and then we're just gonna see how the construction's going and what it looks like now. So it was a few weeks ago since the last time I was here, so let's go check it out. Just to give you a little bit of a reference, that's Venetian right there, Parisian and Venetian. Venetian is basically all of that right here, and then Parisian is right here. You can see the Eiffel Tower there. And then all the events are postponed because it's the COVID era of 2020, where I don't think Macau is going to be opening up at all this year. It is what it is. So yeah, basically with COVID, everything's been closed, and basically nobody's going anywhere. We'll tell you all about that soon. Okay, so I guess you can't really see. There's nothing that clearly says Londoner, but this is basically this was Cotai, what's it called, Sands. So this was all the Sands, and there was more construction that was coming out, and it looks like now they're starting to make it into more of a here's some of the stuff right here. So you have the Sheraton main lobby, St. Regis. So before it was like a bunch of hotels, and it'd all be connected to the Sands. And now I think that there's like 4 hotel buildings, and they're all going to be part of the Londoner now. And then the Londoner, they're going to change the whole facade, I believe. This will probably change too, I don't know. And then when it does change, it'll be, well, I think it'll be a lot like the Venetian. I think it may be the same owner. I'm not 100% sure. But I think the owner is the same. But anyways, what we're gonna do is just see what we can see. You can see some of the Londoner stuff. Bus. Soldiers. Let's try to get on top of in Big Ben. So just doing all the facade for it right now. Londoner Macau. And I did film a few other ones of the Londoner, of the construction, and basically it looks pretty similar. It doesn't really look that different at the moment. And if you go down, I think I'll just kind of talk more about Macau, then I'll go to all the Londoner stuff, because I'll just link it below if you want to see it. Like this was all part of the Sands right here, like this little, all this little stuff and this little stuff, like this fake foliage kind of stuff was all here before. So I don't know if they're going to change that or not. So that might be interesting to see if that does change. Then they had all these shops as well. So the part that's going to be different is the facade. So we'll see how that goes. Just an update in Macau in general. We've been under the COVID situation for quite a while. It's all these sales, 60% off sale. And because of the COVID, we can't leave and people can't come in, but there's some that can come in. So basically, if you are, this is a little bit different. This lobby is all cleaned out and changed. It was a little bit different before. But it's still not whatever it's going to be in the future. But basically, if you're a foreigner, you can't leave because you can't come back. So even people have work visas, and you can't leave anyways because Hong Kong is closed, so you can't get there. China is closed to foreigners as well. The only people that can come in and out of Macau are mainland Chinese, so they have the rights to come in and out, but nobody else can. So basically, if you're a foreigner and you're interested to come and visit Macau, I think it'll probably be when there's a vaccine, maybe in 2020. 2021, I mean. I don't see anything happening anytime soon. We can't even open up the bubble with Hong Kong. So originally, the last 5 months, they were saying every month they were going to open up a bubble with Hong Kong, but that never happened. Part of it is because Hong Kong couldn't figure out how to didn't have the scientific know-how to do the test for some reason. Some other people say there's political reasons that they couldn't allow Macau and on and on and on. So I don't know the reality, but in the media they were talking about it every month for 5 months. But now I think people just gave up. I don't even hear anybody talk about it in the media anymore either. Is that our home? So yeah, basically this is one large mall. So I'm gonna head back this way and we're gonna follow. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, and I do see some tourists, but they're basically from the mainland when I see them. But yeah, any foreigner that you see here, foreigner is like non-Chinese, so meaning like somebody from the Philippines or Indonesia they're not coming in either. A lot of them have work visas and have apartments, but they can't come back to those. So some of them are stuck in, Hong Kong right next door because they were there when everything closed in March, and they're not allowed to come back in. There's foreigners that are Americans that I know who also have work visas and apartments. They also can't come back, and it looks like it's going to stay that way for quite a while. I don't see it changing until maybe there's a vaccine. They just don't really have the interest to get foreigners back to their apartments and their work visas situations. So I think that's going to stay that way, unfortunately. And tourists, they are thinking a lot about tourists, but they're thinking mostly about mainland Chinese money. So that's pretty much the only money they're interested in at the moment, and that has a lot of political components as well. So if you're viewing things, this is basically what the Londoner looks like in 2020, in the end of July, and this is the part I'm interested in because this was all part of the Sands Casino, and I think this is going to be probably changed completely. But anyways, you got a little taste of it, and I'm going to end it right there.